So today at AB Property, we are going to discuss with you the differences between a leasehold property and a freehold property, and whether choosing a freehold property is always really the right choice.
Hi, I'm Adeline.
Hi, I'm Billy,
and we are from AB Property.
So today we are actually here to discuss a very hot topic among all of our clients. In particular, is whenever it comes to buying a property, their key concern is the tenure, whether is it a freehold property or a leasehold property. So among these two, which is better?
Can I ask you, are you a freehold person or a leasehold person?
I'm actually more of a freehold person, in particular because of a general consensus that people always think that freehold can be passed down to the next generation. It tends to carry a higher value, and then the value retention is much better, and also it cannot be taken back by the government. So I am always more of a strong supporter towards a freehold properties. What about you?
I am okay with both as long as it gives me a better rental yield. Because for me, I'm more of a, every month I need to have someone pay my rental, and it will be good if I have passive income for my properties. So I'm more into a rental yield person. So whichever can give me a better rental yield.
So today at AB Property, we are going to discuss with you the differences between a leasehold property and a freehold property, and whether choosing a freehold property is always really the right choice. Okay, before we get into the explanation, we have to know that there are actually three types of tenures in Singapore, namely the freehold properties, the 99-year leasehold properties, and also the 999-year leasehold properties.
Isn't it 999 years as good as freehold?
You can say a 999 years is as good as freehold because 999 years is practically long enough to last a lifetime.
Okay.
So today, if we were to take in comparison between a freehold and a leasehold, I can say that the freehold tends to fetch a higher value.
Oh, but a leasehold has a better rental yield.
Well, you can say that. However, freehold has a more theoretical advantage than a practical advantage.
Do you know that actually the government can take back your freehold property?
Yes, I'm aware of that. However, many of the freehold properties owners, they are actually not aware of this kind of situation, such that if one day the government were to embark your land that you are sitting on for a future development, such as a construction of the train station, or if they need to construct an expressway out of nowhere, then the government will actually compensate you, the landowner, the price that is of a market value to buy back the property that you own.
Now let's do a comparison between the freehold and the 99 years leasehold.
Take for example, we have this case study along Tanjong Katong Road, whereby there are a few freehold properties there. The government actually buy back the properties from the landed owners at the existing market price for the construction of the Tanjong Katong train station.
So same goes for the Thomson Road building?
Yes, the same actually goes for this Thomson Road 4-story freehold building. The government actually compensated the owners there a price that is of a market value to buy them out of the building so that they can actually construct the North-South Highway.
So that means that the government can actually take back your freehold land?
Yes, that is true, because even though you may think that you're owning a freehold land, you may think that you own it forever and hopefully pass it down to the next generation, but if one day the government needs the land for something else, then they will just have to buy back from you. I always thought that a freehold property will be of a higher value compared to a leasehold property.
That's not really true, because if you really compare a one-bedroom unit in Central Business Region as compared to a one-bedroom in the rest of the outer Central Region of Singapore, you will realize that actually the unit in the CBD perceive a higher value than a one-bedroom in the outer core region. Yeah. So if you ask me, it's not about the freehold or the 99 years status, is more of the location of the property.
Okay, so now let's talk a bit about leasehold properties. So the common topic that people talk about is the drop in the value, because as the remaining years of lease shorten, the value of the leasehold property actually dropped drastically. Well, that is particularly true because for leasehold property, as they reach the 40 years mark, the bank will actually restrict financing on the sale. So as buyer of the property, you may not be able to secure any bank loans for it. Moreover, if we talk about the CPF, as the remaining lease hits the 30 years mark, you as the buyer, you will not be able to even use the CPF to fund your purchase.
But that is not true, because if I'm a property owner of a 99 years lease, when the lease gets shorter, most likely I will want to opt for an en bloc redevelopment program so that the developer can top it up to a fresh 99 years lease. So we can also top it up or sell it away, wait for en bloc potential.
Well, that is also a possible exit strategy for leasehold property owners. Okay, so now we will discuss in terms of the value between a leasehold property and a freehold property. So when we talk about value, usually we talk about two things. Firstly, the price itself. Next will be the rental yield. Okay, today if I were to compare between a leasehold property and freehold property, let's say two properties are of the same location. Okay, property A being a freehold property and property B being a leasehold property. Okay, like I say, a leasehold property will usually be much cheaper, probably 20% cheaper as compared to a freehold property. So let's say the freehold property is 1.2 million and then the leasehold property is 1 million. Okay, so if today I'm a tenant, I come to this location hoping to rent a place. Okay, if the market price is only about $3,000 a month, let's say both the freehold property and the leasehold property are collecting about $3,000 a month. Okay, so the freehold property will work out to be about 3% rental yield as compared to the leasehold property, because leasehold property at $3,000 a month for $1 million, leasehold property will probably be giving you 3.6% rental yield. So as an investor yourself, it depends on what kind of investment are you looking. If you're someone who hopes to go for a better value retention, then maybe you can opt to go for freehold property. But if you are somebody who is looking for a higher rental yield, then leasehold property maybe works more for you. The final verdict will be leasehold and freehold. Is there really a choice that you must make? Well, I would say that this is something ultimately it relies solely on you, because you need to ask yourself what kind of buyer you are, what kind of investor you are, and what is it that you are looking for when it comes to buying a property. If you are somebody who is looking more towards a safer, secure kind of value retention investment, then maybe a freehold property may work more for you. But if you're somebody who is going for a higher rental yield, then I guess a leasehold property will work better for you.
Have you been caught in a situation whereby you don't know to choose freehold or leasehold property? If you do have, share your comment below and we can have an open discussion on it.
At the same time, if you like the video and you would like us to produce more content, do leave us a comment, share and like, subscribe to our page, and we hope to see you soon.
I'm Adeline.
I'm Billy,
and we are from AB Property.